Hey everyone, Mountain Wildman here. I'm doing a video on the Lest River Bushcraft Boreal shirt. There's plenty of them on YouTube. I've watched them all. I just wanted to point out a few things that I was looking for and didn't find. Specifically, I'm right now 252 pounds, 5'10" in bare feet, and typically wear size large to extra large, whether in shirts or pants. I ordered the size large based on chest size. Right now my chest size is 48. I work out regularly, so it's likely to increase, hopefully. Anyways, I'm happy with 48. And the large fits perfect. I mean, there's some room. Sleeves are good, length is good. I have them snapped on the furthest snap. This way it doesn't go down over my hands, which is convenient that it does, because if it's cold enough, even with gloves, the more layers the better. But basically I just wanted to address the issue of size. For my person my size, or someone the same size as me, size large is going to work. If you get larger, I suppose you'd have plenty of room for layering, but at this point I have a long sleeve t-shirt on and I could go with more. It would be probably a little snug at that point. I work out regularly, like I said, so I'm in the process of losing weight, and eventually it will be more than roomy enough. I wouldn't consider getting the next smaller size down. It would be too tight in the chest at that point, and the next size up would be tent-like. The other thing I wanted to address, I only found, most of the videos do address the issue of the type of wool. Of course it is, military wool blanket material from what I understand. I'm no expert on that. But in terms of the itchiness of it, this is the 100% shirt, obviously through Lester River, who's licensed, I guess, by Empire Wool and Canvas, and it is itchy. Not to say that's a bad thing. I mean, when I was a kid, if you're my age, over 50, you probably were around when clothing wasn't quite as refined as it is right now. And if you were a kid and you tried on that itchy sweater or that hat that immediately bothered you and you took it off right away, that's what this is. I washed it in cold water, of course, and with a generous amount of fabric softener, and then the dryer sheets as well. So it's a little bit better. Obviously you're not going to wear this next to the skin. If you have really tough skin, it probably won't bother you. I'm not so itchy that I can't live with this, and I'm even indoors, so I'm a little bit warm right now. Outdoors, I live in a kind of not a city but a small town, but I'm on a road where there's a lot of traffic. If I was outside doing this video, you'd hear the cars just flying by, so I figured I'd do it inside, and it's not so uncomfortable. But I just wanted to say, yes, this is that itchy wool that I'm sure most of us or most of you are familiar with. But it's not horrible. If you wear layers under it, it's going to be okay. And it's a purpose-built product. You're going to be outdoors. What you're looking for is the warmth. I almost was going to buy a new jacket instead of this, but I remember from many of my outdoor excursions, camping trips, and so forth, that one of my most favorite pieces of gear was actually by Starter, a hooded sweatshirt. It actually had double hoods and it had Duke across the front. I'm not necessarily a fan. I'm sure they're a good team. I'm not a big sports person, but I liked the hoodie, and it was my favorite camping item whenever I was around camp or outdoors. It's what I wore the most of, and it was just so comfortable, and that's why I ended up ordering this in place of a winter jacket, because this, number one, is a very high quality piece of gear, and that's what I wanted. And I do spend a fair amount of time outdoors, and I can't imagine being out there without it. It's got all the usual things you've seen on other videos. There's nothing new that I can tell you about that. I just want to, address that issue that I couldn't find anybody. Everybody said, yes, it's a little itchy, and, they didn't elaborate, and I am elaborating. This is that itchy wool. But, again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You're not buying this to wear like a t-shirt. If you are and you have tough skin, more power to you. Anyways, that's it. I don't usually do videos of myself. It's usually knives or gear, but I wanted to show this. So there it is, Lester River Bushcraft Boreal shirt. I paid the price that's on the internet, on their website. And again, this is a size large, and you can see how it fits. A little spin around for you. Comes down a good amount. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care.